15 news personnel have been sizing up the situation along the Grand Strand throughout the day. Our Grand Strand reporter, Al Irvin, is on our phone lines now with the latest. Al, how are things in Myrtle Beach from your standpoint?
Jan, you've gotten an appraisal from the ham radio operators down here about the situation as it is. It's been a strange day of twists and turns. As it looked in the early afternoon, we were bracing ourselves and readying ourselves for considerable feeling from Hurricane Diana. But as the afternoon has worn on here, things have somewhat dribbled out, so to speak, and there is some wind, there is some rain, but nothing as we were fearing at that point in time. As a matter of fact, there are quite a few people down on the beach about an hour ago picking up shells. It seemed that the people were coming back out of their hiding places and going back on the beach and trying to pick up some shells at that time. The waves and the seas were calm at that time about an hour ago. We did have one tragedy to report here from the evacuation centers. Jan, one man, a Myrtle Beach man, James Hamilton, 68 years old, died in the evacuation center today, apparently of a heart attack. He was pronounced dead on arrival at Grand Strand General. Other than that, the evacuation centers are full, as you said. The people are in good spirits. They may return to their motel rooms if they venture outside and see that they want to take that chance or that risk to go on back to the beachfront. And we're just waiting it out. As the gentleman, the ham operator, said from Myrtle Beach, the cloud formations up in the sky today were the real significant thing to me, the almost eerie thing, as we saw the entire cloud cover around the Grand Strand being sucked out to sea, out to the point where this very powerful force existed. And it's paralleling the coast now, and we're just keeping our eyes open, and we'll be listening to you and keeping you updated throughout the night with what's happening down here.
Okay, Al, thank you very much. Al?
There's been quite a bit of preparation for the pounding of the hurricane away from the coastal portions of South Carolina. 15 News reporter Angela Coxton has details.
The Red Cross Disaster Headquarters for the Myrtle Beach area is set up at Bruce Hospital in Florence. The Red Cross staff here serves as a support system for the 6-county Myrtle Beach area.
What we've been doing is really recruiting volunteers from various places around the state that have been trained in particular disaster areas, such as shelter management, because we are opening up a great deal of shelters. So what we are doing today is mainly been recruiting the volunteers and sending them to the areas where we have opened up shelters.
As the Red Cross works in cooperation with the surrounding counties, Florence motel and hotel managers have also been working together, providing rooms for the many tourists who have been migrating to Florence today.
I have never been through an experience like this, but I think the momentum of the hurricane, the build-up down there, got everybody excited. They were taping the windows up, and the people were leaving that worked at the landmark, and I think it just built up a scary situation inside of you, but it was really an experience that I don't guess I'll get, but the traffic is mighty congested.
At Southside Middle School, a Florence evacuation shelter, trained Red Cross personnel are prepared to house up to 600 evacuees from the Myrtle Beach area.
So we are looking perhaps to have, it's a little hard to tell right at this particular point. A lot of people will probably want to go on. There will be some people who will want to stay in the shelter here.
Although the tourists are traveling to Florence for safety, officials at the Red Cross Disaster Center say if Diana hits the coast of North Carolina or South Carolina, Florence may experience severe winds and flooding. Angela Coxton, 15 News.
We will go back to the phone line now. Our Gene Martin is standing by with the latest from Conway. Gene, fill us in.
With Tommy Harrison, who is the head of the Civil Defense here in Horry County, and he says that some people are returning back, but they will not officially be released until they receive an all-clear from the Weather Bureau. He says just in case that Hurricane Diana decides to turn around and come back, which happened with Hurricane Hazel.
As we've said many times, these things move very erratically. I can understand that. Tell us about the traffic briefly, Gene. We've been hearing bumper to bumper along 501. Is that the case now? And And are some people trying to move back into the area?
The traffic has thinned out considerably, as Sheriff Junior Brown commented a little earlier. He said it was more like a December evening where the traffic is very sporadic, very light. Some people are moving back. However, the Civil Defense recommends that you stay put, do not come back until they do receive an all clear.
Okay, Gene Martin in Conway, thank you very much. We appreciate it. Okay, Jan.
As thousands began to move away from the Grand Strand, hotels and motels to the west began to fill rapidly. Soon there was no room at many local inns, and some travelers took refuge in the wide open spaces of the parking lot at Magnolia Mall.
My husband came in and he said, "We are leaving now." So we packed into our motorhome, and here we are in Florence waiting out the storm.
When I got over here in Florence, I met a friend of mine I haven't seen for 10 years in Springfield, Ohio.
All the campsites are taken. There's nowhere to go. All the hotel rooms and everything. So we're staying here at the Magnolia Mall for the evening and hoping things get better.
And coming up on 15 News, not only will Deanne have the latest on Hurricane Diana,
but she'll check out an improving local forecast as well, so stay with us.
Somebody squeeze me a glass of Tropicana.
Squeeze me a glass of Tropicana. Squeeze me a glass of Tropicana. Orange juice.
Now Tropicana has a new, fresher taste. Tropicana orange juice from concentrate tastes so fresh, so juicy, you'll swear you squeezed it yourself.
Squeeze me a glass of Tropicana.
Squeeze me.
A glass of Tropicana.
The best way to start the day is with the Florence Morning News. 7 days a week.
One of the first benefits of telephone deregulation is all the choices you have in long-distance companies. Well, besides being able to make low-cost calls anywhere, General Telephone customers will someday be able to do a lot more with their phones, like getting news, sports, and any other kind of information, guarding homes with nearly perfect security systems, doing all your banking and shopping, and much, much more. In fact, we think what you'll be able to do with your phone is simply magic.